Have you ever wondered why some people seem to defy time, while others show every passing year on their face? Take Diane Keaton, for example. At 78, she still radiates the same energy, confidence, and charm as she did decades ago. But how does she do it? What's her secret? Today, we're uncovering the truth behind her age-defying lifestyle. From the foods she swears by to the exercises that keep her strong, and even the 3 foods she absolutely refuses to eat. We're diving deep into the habits that help her maintain her youthful glow. But that's not all. Around the world, people in different cultures have discovered their own secrets to longevity, traditions passed down for generations, practices rooted in science, and ancient wisdom that still holds true today. Stay with us until the end, because we'll be revealing simple yet powerful anti-aging tips that you can start using today. Whether you're 30, 50, or beyond, it's never too late to turn back the clock. Let's get started. Diane Keaton, her secrets to timeless beauty. Host. Aging is inevitable, but looking ageless? That is an art. An art Diane Keaton has mastered. Her beauty is not one crafted in the sterile glow of artificial perfection, but one that radiates from within. Through every choice she makes, every step she takes, and every meal she savors. But what if I told you that her secrets are not hers alone? Across the globe, in the misty mountains of Japan, the bustling streets of New York, the sun-soaked villages of Greece, and the quiet countryside of France, there are those who have unlocked the mysteries of time. Their habits, their rituals, their elixirs, all echo the wisdom that Diane Keaton lives by. The power of a plant-based diet. The Japanese and Mediterranean secret host. Diane Keaton's plant-based diet is not a trend, it is a philosophy. It is the same philosophy that has granted the people of Okinawa, Japan, some of the longest life expectancies on Earth. Their plates are painted with vibrant colors, deep green seaweed, golden turmeric, ruby red sweet potatoes. Their meals are light yet nourishing, rich in antioxidants that shield the body from the merciless hands of time. In the Mediterranean, on the sun-drenched shores of Icaria, Greece, elders laugh over plates of olive oil, drizzled vegetables, crusty whole-grain bread, and legumes simmered in fragrant herbs. They drink red wine, not in excess, but as an elixir, packed with resveratrol, a compound known to slow cellular aging. Diane Keaton, much like these Mediterranean centenarians, embraces simplicity in her meals, eating for longevity, not just for pleasure. The elixir of life, hydration and herbal wonders from Africa to China. Host. Water, perhaps the simplest yet most overlooked key to eternal youth. Diane Keaton understands this, just as the indigenous tribes of Kenya have for centuries. The Maasai warriors, known for their strength and resilience, consume milk infused with medicinal herbs, while in the arid lands of Morocco, locals sip on mint tea, a concoction that not only hydrates but also detoxifies the body. And then, there is China, the land of ancient herbal wisdom. Diane Keaton, like many in the East, appreciates the power of nature's medicines. Green tea, brimming with catechins, purifies her body. In the secluded mountains of Tibet, monks drink goji berry tea, a brew believed to enhance longevity and sharpen the mind. Science now confirms what tradition has long known. These antioxidants fight inflammation, protect the skin, and keep the mind razor-sharp. Movement is medicine. Lessons from the Blue Zones. Host. Diane Keaton does not run marathons. She does not lift heavy weights. Instead, she moves in ways that feel natural to her body, walking briskly, stretching, cycling. This mirrors the movement culture in the world's blue zones, places where people effortlessly live past 100. In Sardinia, Italy, shepherds traverse mountainous paths daily, their bones strong, their hearts unwavering. In Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, elders walk barefoot, feeling the earth beneath their feet, a practice that reduces inflammation and improves circulation. In Australia, among the Aboriginal communities, dance is not merely an art form, it is a way of life, a sacred ritual that strengthens both body and soul. Diane, too, finds joy in movement, not as an obligation, but as a celebration of life. She walks, not to burn calories, but to embrace the world around her. The silent guardian, protecting the skin the French and Korean way. Host, sunscreen. Diane Keaton's most loyal companion. She has battled skin cancer, and she knows the sun is both a giver of life and a thief of youth. In France, women shield their faces beneath wide-brimmed hats, avoiding the sun's aging grasp. They believe in the power of prevention rather than cure. Meanwhile, in South Korea, skincare is a ritual, a sacred practice passed down through generations. Their secret? Fermented ingredients, ginseng, and rice water, elements that hydrate, repair, and preserve the skin's ethereal glow. Diane's beauty does not come from a jar. It comes from a lifetime of mindfulness, of choosing health, of choosing protection, of choosing herself. The mindset that defies time, the power of positivity. Host. Perhaps the greatest secret of all lies not in what Diane Keaton eats, how she moves, or how she cares for her skin, but in how she thinks. In West Africa, among the Fulani people, aging is not feared, it is revered. Wrinkles are seen as lines of wisdom, gray hair as threads of experience. In Bhutan, the people live by a simple philosophy: happiness above all else. Their secret? Gratitude, presence, purpose. Diane Keaton, too, lives by this code. She laughs, she loves, she embraces the quirks of life. She does not chase youth, youth follows her. And that, perhaps, is the most powerful secret of all. Foods. Diane Keaton swears almonds, the ancient elixir of youth. Host. In the arid lands of North Africa, the Berber tribes have long cherished almonds, using them not only as sustenance, but as medicine. Rich in vitamin E, these nuts have been whispered about in ancient texts as the key to radiant skin and a long life. Diane Keaton starts her day the same way, by consuming a handful of almonds. These tiny powerhouses shield her skin from wrinkles, keeping it smooth and resilient against the passage of time. In India, Ayurveda has praised almonds for centuries, prescribing them to sharpen the mind and strengthen the body. Warriors in ancient Persia carried almonds in their pouches, believing them to be the food of endurance. And today, science confirms what these cultures have always known. Almonds are loaded with healthy fats, protein, and antioxidants that nourish not just the skin, but the entire body. Eggs, the universal symbol of vitality. Host. In the rolling countryside of France, a traditional breakfast often includes farm-fresh eggs, delicately poached or softly scrambled, providing a luxurious start to the day. It is no coincidence that the French, known for their elegance and longevity, prioritize this protein-packed staple. Diane Keaton follows a similar philosophy, incorporating eggs into her diet to keep her body strong and her mind razor-sharp. Across the ocean, in Japan, centenarians from the island of Okinawa consume eggs with precision, sometimes raw, sometimes boiled, but always in moderation. They believe eggs are nature's perfect food, offering essential nutrients like vitamin B12 and choline, which support brain function and energy levels. Diane, too, understands this power. Each bite of egg fuels her vitality, allowing her to defy the years with effortless grace. Fruits and vegetables, the vibrant secrets of the earth. Host. Walk through the colorful markets of Thailand, and you will find stacks of golden mangoes, ruby red dragon fruits, and deep green leafy vegetables, all brimming with life, all infused with the energy of the sun. Diane Keaton, like the health-conscious elders of Asia, embraces these gifts of nature. Apples, berries, oranges. She knows that each fruit holds a different key to longevity. In Italy, the Mediterranean diet is built upon a foundation of vegetables, tomatoes ripened under the sun, crisp greens tossed in olive oil, vibrant bell peppers bursting with vitamin C. Here, food is not just nourishment, it is medicine. Spinach strengthens the bones, kale fortifies the immune system, and carrots sharpen the vision. Diane has absorbed these lessons, filling her plate with nature's most powerful anti-aging weapons. Raw Hawaiian organic white honey, the nectar of immortality host. Deep in the heart of the Hawaiian Islands, bees work tirelessly to create something extraordinary, a rare and precious white honey, untouched by industrial processing, pure as the first morning light. Diane Keaton has discovered its secret, savoring each spoonful not just for its delicate sweetness, but for its remarkable ability to heal the body from within. For centuries, the indigenous Maori people of New Zealand have relied on honey as a sacred medicine, using it to heal wounds, soothe inflammation, and boost immunity. In Ethiopia, beekeepers in the highlands still practice ancient honey harvesting techniques, treating honey as a gift from the gods. Diane's love for Hawaiian white honey is more than just a preference. It is an alignment with the wisdom of those who have understood nature's power for generations. Host. The foods Diane Keaton swears by are not trends, nor are they luxuries. They are timeless secrets passed down through generations, spanning continents, cultures, and civilizations. From the Berbers of Africa to the Okinawans of Japan, from the French countryside to the Hawaiian tropics, these are the choices that have preserved youth, vitality, and beauty for centuries. And they can do the same for you. Diane Keaton's fitness routine. Spin classes and brisk walking. The timeless ritual of motion. Host. In the Highlands of Scotland, where the wind howls through the valleys, shepherds have walked these hills for centuries, their legs strong, their hearts resilient. They do not sprint, they move with purpose, enduring the land's every rise and fall. Diane Keaton follows a similar rhythm. She does not chase the wind, she walks with it. Brisk walking, she believes, is the secret to waking up her body, to keeping her spirit alive without exhausting her joints. "I don't run, it's too hard, but fast walking gives me energy to face the day," she says. And she is not alone in this belief. In Japan, the concept of sanpo yoshi, the philosophy of mindful walking, has been ingrained for generations. Elders in Okinawa, one of the world's blue zones, take daily strolls, their steps slow but deliberate, their bodies remarkably strong even at 100 years old. In New York City, people unknowingly embrace this wisdom, walking miles each day through bustling streets, unknowingly extending their lifespan with every step. For Keaton, walking is more than just movement. It is a meditation in motion. But when she craves intensity, she turns to spin classes. In dimly lit rooms, where music pulses like a heartbeat, she pushes her limits. Spin classes are not merely exercise. They are modern rituals of endurance, reminiscent of the fierce cycling traditions in France, where Tour de France champions have tested their bodies against mountains, against time itself. Yoga, the bridge between body and mind. Host. In the misty peaks of the Himalayas, where monks awaken before dawn, yoga has been practiced for thousands of years, not as mere exercise, but as a path to enlightenment. Diane Keaton may not seek transcendence, but she understands the deeper wisdom of this practice. To her, yoga is not about bending, it is about balance. It is the thread that connects her mind to her muscles, her breath to her bones. In India, yogis have taught for centuries that movement should be fluid, that strength lies not in force but in flexibility. In Bali, the tradition continues, where morning sun salutations take place on open-air terraces, facing the endless sea. Keaton follows these ancient footsteps in her own way, stretching and strengthening her body, not to defy age, but to move with it. In Africa, traditional dances bear a striking resemblance to yoga. The Maasai warriors of Kenya leap and sway in rhythmic unity, their muscles fluid yet unbreakable. In Australia, the Aboriginal people move in synchronicity with the earth, believing that every step, every stretch, is a way to connect with life itself. And in Hollywood, beneath the Californian sun, Diane Keaton finds her own rhythm, her own dance between stillness and strength. Her fitness routine is not just about looking young, it is about feeling alive. Across the world, the wisest cultures have always known, those who move, endure. Those who adapt, thrive. And those who respect the body, remain timeless. Diane Keaton's skincare secrets. Sunscreen. Every day. The shield against time. Host. In the golden deserts of Morocco, where the sun reigns supreme, the Berber women have known for centuries that the secret to youthful skin lies not in potions, but in protection. They cover their faces with veils, shielding themselves from the relentless rays, preserving their beauty beneath the fabric of wisdom. Diane Keaton follows a similar principle. Having battled skin cancer at just 21, she understands what so many still overlook. Sunscreen is not a choice, it is survival. Across the Mediterranean, in the villages of Greece and the vineyards of Italy, elders with skin untouched by time have never underestimated the sun's power. They wear wide-brimmed hats, seek shade at noon, and anoint their skin with natural oils. Olive oil, rich in polyphenols, a natural barrier against damage. The people of France, where beauty is synonymous with effortlessness, apply sunscreen not as a cosmetic, but as a daily ritual, as essential as the air they breathe. In Australia, where the ozone layer is thinner and the sun's glare is more unforgiving, the message is clear. Slip, slop, slap. A campaign urging people to wear long sleeves, slather on sunscreen, and don a hat before stepping outside. It is a country where sun damage is not just a threat, but a reality. Where those who ignore it pay the price in premature aging, in irreversible scars left by ultraviolet betrayal. Yet, in contrast, in parts of Africa, where the sun blazes year-round, nature provides its own defense. The Himba women of Namibia coat their skin in a mixture of ochre and butterfat, a crimson armor that deflects the sun's wrath while nourishing their skin. In Asia, Japanese women have long revered rice bran extract, a natural UV shield that has kept their complexions porcelain-like for generations. Sunscreen, in its many forms, is not new. It is an ancient necessity, a wisdom passed down through time. Diane Keaton does not merely apply sunscreen. She carries the knowledge of those before her. She understands that youth is not only preserved through what we put in our bodies, but through what we keep out. The sun, giver of life, can also be the thief of youth. And for those who seek to defy time, the lesson is simple: protect your skin, and it will protect you in return. The 3 foods Diane Keaton avoids. 1. Refined sugar, the silent thief of time. Host. In the grand palaces of ancient China, emperors were warned against indulging too much in sugar, as it was believed to weaken the body and dull the mind. Diane Keaton follows this ancient wisdom, knowing that refined sugar is not merely sweet. It is a hidden accelerant of aging, a slow but certain betrayal of youth. Scientists today confirm what healers of the past knew instinctively. Sugar triggers inflammation, breaks down collagen, and invites diseases that steal the body's vitality. In the markets of Africa, elders chew on raw sugarcane, rich in nutrients, a far cry from the bleached, processed sugar that floods modern supermarkets. In contrast, the Western world has seen the effects of sugar's overconsumption: diabetes, obesity, brittle skin that ages before its time. The Maasai warriors of Kenya, known for their endurance, do not rely on sweets, but instead draw energy from fermented dairy and blood-rich broths, keeping their bodies strong, their lifespans long. Diane Keaton refuses to let sugar dictate the speed at which she ages. She understands that every bite of processed sweetness is a bargain with time, and it is one she refuses to make. 2. Processed foods, the false promise of convenience. Host. There was a time when food was sacred, prepared with patience, passed down through generations. But today, the shelves of supermarkets are filled with artificial flavors and preservatives, quick, easy, and dangerous. Diane Keaton rejects this convenience, choosing instead to fuel her body with whole, unprocessed foods, as humans have done for centuries. In the Mediterranean, where some of the longest-living people in the world reside, meals are crafted from fresh ingredients, olives picked from the grove, fish caught that very morning, vegetables grown under the golden sun. There are no plastic-wrapped meals, no microwavable trays, no unreadable ingredient lists. In Japan, home to the famous centenarians of Okinawa, diets consist of minimally processed foods: fermented miso, fresh seaweed, hand-ground tofu, each meal an offering to longevity. Meanwhile, in the Western world, where convenience has overtaken tradition, the effects are visible. Processed foods laden with chemicals disrupt hormones, spike blood sugar, and suffocate the body in inflammation. Diane Keaton chooses differently. She listens to the wisdom of the past, to the unbroken traditions of cultures untouched by modern illness. She eats food that is alive, real, and whole, understanding that in doing so, she too remains vibrant. 3. Meat, the choice for longevity. Host. In the lush valleys of India, where Ayurveda has flourished for thousands of years, many sages and yogis have embraced a vegetarian lifestyle, believing that plant-based foods promote clarity of mind and longevity of body. Diane Keaton walks the same path, abstaining from meat, allowing her body to draw its strength from eggs, cheese, nuts, and plant-based proteins. In the blue zones, those rare regions where people live exceptionally long lives, meat is not the centerpiece of every meal, but a rare indulgence, if consumed at all. In Loma Linda, California, a community of Seventh-day Adventists thrives on plant-based nutrition, their health statistics defying the standard American diet. In Sardinia, Italy, where centenarians work the fields well past their 90s, their meals are built on whole grains, legumes, and garden vegetables, with only the occasional sliver of meat. Even in Australia's Indigenous communities, where the diet once revolved around the gifts of the land, roots, berries, and nuts, modern diseases emerged only after processed meats and industrialized foods were introduced. Diane Keaton understands what these cultures have long known. Meat is not essential for vitality. Instead, she fuels her body with the richness of plant life, sustaining her energy without burdening her system with excess. Host. Through her choices, Diane Keaton aligns herself with the wisdom of the past, with the lessons of those who have lived long and well. She does not fight against time. She moves with it, nourishes it, respects it. And in doing so, she remains timeless. Diane Keaton's mindset for youthful living. Host. More than just food and fitness, Diane Keaton believes in staying positive and embracing life. She surrounds herself with loved ones, focuses on gratitude, and lives in the moment. She once said, "The real goal is to be the best person you can be, That starts in your brain. And honestly, that's the best anti-aging secret of all. Now you know the secrets. Diane Keaton's timeless beauty isn't just luck. It's the result of deliberate choices. The foods she eats nourish her body. The way she moves keeps her strong. And her skincare routine protects her youthful glow. Most importantly, her mindset keeps her vibrant and full of life. But here's the real question. What's your secret? Do you have an anti-aging habit that you swear by? Or maybe there's a tip from today's video that you're excited to try? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more age-defying secrets, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. The journey to staying ageless is one we take together. So until next time, stay youthful, stay radiant, and most of all, stay ageless.